Hello, my name is Minesweeper McGee, also known as Minesweeper in VRChat, and what I want to show today is called Eccentric Rooms by Suzuki Eye, a person who I've shown on this channel quite a few times because they are great at making worlds. So this is actually how it starts out. We're staring at this wall, and there's no audio. Eccentric Rooms. And you might recognize that title because they made Eccentric Mirrors as well, a world that I applaud for showing that mirrors could be interesting. And they still aren't, usually. Special thanks to Merlin, Lox9973, S. Asagiri, and the test players. Taking screenshots in desktop mode can break some rooms until you restart VRChat. I don't actually know how to do a screenshot. So here we are, in this room where everything is bizarre. So we can go in here. And what's interesting is this is the exit. So if you jump over that barrier, this is the exit, and you could immediately leave, but that would sort of break the effect. What's really interesting about this room, and really the rest of this world, is how you can use it with other players. Like, this video is actually lacking because there's nobody else with me right now playing this game, or in this world. So if somebody else is in here, standing right here, and I went through this door, I would see them right there. So I don't know how it works, but this room, the floor changes depending on what door you go through, but it'll stay the same for someone else. So they would be right there. Where's the door? That door, I think, is the start. So they would just be standing right there above me. And then I can go through this door. And now I'm on the side, and they would be right here. And I could, like, be very close to them. And it just keeps going, and now we're at the end. Inconvenience. I forgot to read the name of the room. Room 1, Inconvenience. Do you want to be bound even in a world you can be free? I don't understand exactly what that means, but I'm wondering if it's a reference to the fact that someone would go through here instead of hopping over the fence. I guess fence is a strong word for this, but you get the idea. Fraction. Anyway, so it might be hard to see, but I am over there. You can sort of see my arm right now, but this keeps looping. So now we're at the same area. And if someone else was here and they started running that way, I could watch them run towards me in this direction. This whole world is about changing your perception on how things work. Circle. Room 3. Is anyone missing? What you see here may be a virtual image. This is the weirdest world. It took me so long to even understand. If you have other people in the world and you walk into this room, you will see them standing right there in a circle. And they might be in this room, they might not be. So their avatars will always be in this room, and they talk. So like if they're in a different room and they talk, then their avatar will talk in this room. And if they're moving in that other room, their avatar will also be moving just like they are in that room. But if they are in this room, you won't see them. You'll see that avatar. So like if they were in another room and their avatar was right here, you would see the avatar right here. But if they were in this room standing over in that corner, you would still just see their avatar right here. Their avatars never move from this spot in this room, even if they're in the room or if they're not in the room. And if they're in the room and their avatar is there, you wouldn't see them in the corner. You wouldn't know where they were. It is insane to describe and even more insane to see. So this is room 10, collection. How many friends do you have? You can't hear your friends in this room. So I didn't test out that part if you can't hear friends, but these are pedestals. Sort of like, I don't know, like a Funko Pop figure type of thing. Other people they'll have their own personal pedestal, and you can move it around, and their avatar will be on it, and it will be moving as they do in the world. But if you leave the room with it, their avatar will disappear from the statue, so it only works in this room. And I don't know, that's a lot. How many people are allowed in this world? 32, so maybe it's 32 circles. Room 4, planet, a place to take a photo for Instagram. This reminds me a lot of there was an old world that I saw where you would walk around on a planet, but it was from an outside perspective and you couldn't leave. I think it was called like Small Planet. This one, I don't entirely understand why it's like for Instagram. So you can run around, there's low gravity, so if I jump, I go really high and I can keep going around. But as soon as I hit the red ball, now I'm on the floor again. It's kind of cool. I don't understand why it's supposed like specifically for Instagram photos. Okay, room 5, mirror. In the mirror, the left and right sides are reversed. Really? So this is a mirror. If I walk to it, I can see myself, but if I walk to the right, then it moves to the left, and vice versa. Some of these things are things that we saw in the eccentric mirrors world. Like, I think we definitely saw this sort of thing and some of the other things too. And it's the same over here. Mirror. I do like that touch that it's just mirrored on this side. Wait, that might mean, so like, let's go back around. So it says mirror the right way on here, and to us it looks like it's mirrored as if it's backwards. But in this room, it is backwards, and that one's forwards. So either that's a reflection of this, and vice versa, or we're seeing the entire room with a barrier in the middle, and it's projecting a version of our avatar on the other side. I don't know. Either one could work. Room 7, third person. Is this your avatar, or are you this avatar? So it puts you in third person, so you can see the outside of your avatar as you walk around. And as soon as you leave, it stops. Room 6, direction. I don't know if you can go back. Now you can go back right now, but this might be this is so interesting. If we go through all this hallway, I don't know how important that is, that it goes in that direction, because now we're back at fraction. You might remember we went this way to go the way we came, and you're right. For some reason, it like teleports you seamlessly back to an earlier area that you were in. Like, it is definitely seamless. It's incredible. You gotta run all the way back. Okay, now we're back in third person, and we can just walk through this part to the next area. This is the screw room. This is a room we're gonna spend a little bit of time on. So it changes the floor, and at first I thought like it makes the gray floor is made up of a bunch of polygons, and each instance it's changing the floor to a gray polygon. Watch your step. But here's the bizarre part. So if we jump, or if we move out, we will still corkscrew, but over here, and it will, force us back, so we can do some bizarre things, honestly. Like clip through walls. I'm trying to see if I can. Earlier I got myself out of bounds a little bit, so I want to see if I can do that. There we are. It's a little difficult, but you can sort of force yourself out of bounds because it's trying to force you in a spiral. It's trying to force you in this spiral, but if you jump over here, so it forces you in a spiral in comparison to this. So like if this, because you're so close to this, it looks like you're just turning, but if you're really far away from it, it's going to turn you in a much greater direction. All of these rooms like break your brain. They don't make sense. VRChat worlds are usually so straightforward that this is unbelievably confusing. So this is room 9, scale. For when you gaze long into the abyss gazes also into you. So there we are, a tiny version of us looking into the room. You might notice this, you might have seen this sort of thing from the World Crane game by Phaedra. I did look that up beforehand. And if we look up, there I am, but gigantic. And, you know, it moves with me as well as that one, so I can never look right at my face. And another cool thing is you can see me. So like I can only see these when I'm in the room. You can see it disappears as soon as I leave the room. But if someone else was in here and they were in this hallway, I would see a tiny version of them floating in the air as if they were walking through the hallway. And you can also, if someone was standing in here, so if someone was standing like right here, I would see a large version of themselves standing over here. It's all relative to that room. And that's it. This is a stop sign. It's just a barrier. You can't get past it, I don't think. I don't know if there's something special you need to do. Yeah, so I don't know about that stop sign. So I'm just gonna call it right here. If I miss something super important that would get rid of that stop sign, well, that's a darn shame. I'm hoping, I'm gonna guess that this world isn't super old. I don't know how old it is, but I did notice it when looking at Suzuki Ai's world list beforehand, so I'm gonna guess it's in development or something. Alright, so that was Eccentric Rooms by Suzuki Ai. Thank you.